Oh, so it was a rough trip, huh?
Well, I don't know what time is anymore.
Makes sense.
You lose time, and you don't know where it goes.
Right.
And then the next few days, you gain it back, and you don't know how you got it.
So they're keeping it somewhere.
It's in a bottle. One of those.
If time in a bottle? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Did you ever, did you ever growing up take one of those 2-liter bottles and put some toilet bowl cleaner and aluminum and shake it? And
Oh, yeah, Works Bomb.
Yeah, Works Bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a Boy Scout.
That's where the time goes.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. The getting it back part, that's the hard part. I got a theory. It's all based on a Superman movie they made late 70s, early 80s. Just if you go backwards fast enough, you know, you can get all the time you want, stop at whatever point you want. You can just rotate. I've seen it played out.
Our plane was going
Simulation I saw showed it to be
567 miles an hour.
Oh, no, you got to go much faster than that. Superman, you're going to need at least V8, something like that. Speaking of V8s, what do you say we do a show about... Wrap it up! You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, baby boys, we are back with Wrap It Up. Justin back from Africa.
Yes, sir.
He went to Kenya to talk to people about NASCAR.
Yeah.
And last week we tried to show the video that he sent us, and we discovered after the episode with Jordan was shot that none of our sound pad sounds worked, and none of the sounds, wherever those come from, worked either. There's always one guarantee we make. Something will be wrong every episode.
Yep.
So that's what you got there. So here, we're going to take a look real quick at just a bit of Justin for all the money we spent sending him to Kenya to talk about NASCAR.
Okay, so we're here in Kenya, and this is Silas. Tell us what you know about NASCAR. NASCAR? Do you know NASCAR? No NASCAR? No. So it's a sport where people get into really fast cars and race each other.
Is it like a Formula One racing?
It's kind of like Formula One. So you know Formula
Yeah, I
One?
know Formula One, yeah.
Okay.
But the one in the United States is quite different.
It's a little different. The cars are different, yeah. Okay, so
At least knew about Formula One.
yeah, he knows about Formula One. Okay. Okay. Do you know what NASCAR is? NASCAR? Auto racing? Automobile racing? No? No. Okay. But this guy, you know what NASCAR is?
A little bit.
A little bit? Yeah, tell us
I
what.
know the one in Bristol Speedway.
You know Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
It's Bristol, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's Bristol, baby. Even in Kenya.
They know about Bristol.
Oh, wonderful.
It's the best.
It's Bristol, baby.
The best place on earth when
Absolutely.
it comes to NASCAR.
That's it. Oh, we coming up just after this week coming. After Richmond, it's Bristol, baby. We're
That's
going to
right.
be downtown. We're going to be looking for you. Y'all come on in. Leave us your money as you go. Going to have a good race. Listen, let's take a look. If you're new at Wrap It Up, this is different. So we normally look at paint schemes, and we're still going to. Every paint scheme in the field, we're going to start with the winner of last week's race. Now, this is not the paint scheme he drove then, but what he will drive this weekend coming up at Richmond.
Yeah.
Man, you got to see some the race when you got back Sunday, or about
Yeah.
somewhere in there?
Saw the last 8 laps of Coda and saw Reddick. I do think if the one caution, I don't know which one, the one that started all the other cautions, the 99 was the fastest car on the track. I think he really would have run down Reddick, but then they all got to pit and got on even. But
yeah,
would have been interesting to see.
24 was strong too. It was a crazy race, but Reddick when you played it all out, he was the most dominant car. He deserved it.
Yeah.
Totally. It would have been a shame after all those restarts if the 45 or 24 hadn't got it, I felt like, but especially the 45. I mean, that was his race all day long. And here in second, my man Kyle Busch with the
Beat energy.
he love it. Got the 3 Chai sponsorship. He ran this at the Daytona 500.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like the black. I like the gold. It's a little bit different than what Reddick, who got first there last year. We've only had this many weeks, and these 2 guys who had the whole thing of basically almost switching rides. Like almost.
Yeah. They've each won
They've
a
both
race.
won already. Yeah, it's crazy.
Both good drivers.
Yeah,
That's
just
what that
them
says.
and William Byron. That's the only people who can drive anymore. That's it. What do you think? Coming up at Richmond, Kyle's pretty good up there.
Yeah, Kyle. I remember a couple of run-ins with Carl Edwards at Richmond. That was exciting. But Dale Jr. Some run-ins with Dale Jr.
Yeah, that turned a lot of people off. Kyle, all the Dale Jr. fans from that point on, they were not friends.
But yeah, I think he has a good race.
Yeah, I think could be in contention. We'll see what they got. 3rd place.
The points leader now.
Yeah.
After the penalties were overturned yesterday.
Right?
Points penalties.
What do you think about that? You think that's good for NASCAR? For the sport, let me say that, not for NASCAR, the sanctioning body, but the sport as a whole. NASCAR throws a hammer down, and then it gets flipped.
Well, to me, in my opinion, it didn't really get flipped because I don't think that the drivers should have been penalized for something that maybe they're not even aware of what's going on coming out of the body shop. So
it's true.
I don't think they should have took points from them. So they still upheld, the crew chiefs had gone until Martinsville.
Yeah.
I remember what the dollar fine was, $100,000
$100,000, I think.
So,
yeah. Which, I mean, you're talking almost $500,000.
Yeah.
For 4 cars. That's pretty expensive.
So I mean, in my eyes, I still see it as a pretty
it's
penalty.
hefty. 100%. Yeah. But I agree with you. The cars never took the track with those parts on them. The driver never drove the car. That was all crew chief responsibility at that point. So driver never played anything. There shouldn't have been a driver penalty. I agree. 48 strong though. Honestly, he's got great runs. He gets a win or two, all of a sudden he could go deep.
I mean, yeah, he's got a 15-point lead on Chastain now.
Wow. That's
year,
pretty impressive.
And he hasn't won.
Right, yeah. Not even won yet. And here's Chastain.
Here he is.
Running up front also, coming in the top 5, which is crazy because in one of the restarts, he's setting backwards in a curve until a caution comes out. So he's at the very back of the pack, and he gets to 4th before this whole thing's over.
So I didn't see that, but I saw Dale Jr.'s, all the spotters talking about it on Dale Jr.'s show, and they were pretty much saying that he was just waiting on purpose for a caution. They weren't happy about it.
I didn't see the spotter show, but I saw Dale Jr. And Mike. Mike was saying, they ought to be able to look at the telemetry and see if he's actually trying to flip the car over and stuff, or if he was sitting there purposely to get that. So Mike acted like he was mad about it, like he thought that's rigging a race, or sure, I get that. Paint scheme, we've talked about this before. It's a weird paint scheme.
It makes more sense on the guy who lives in the United States than the guy from Mexico.
That's true. Putting it on the one Mexican guy's car doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? No. It's like, just, you can come in, but you must be wrapped in our flag. So at least we got a guy from Florida. He's Florida's American
pretty
man
American.
as you get, right? Jockey. That kind of seems like a Florida thing. Oh, yeah, he's a professional racer. Oh, he's a jockey, is he? Oh, okay. He's at the horse races.
The horse races.
Yeah, he's a jockey, Mom. Yeah, okay. Oh, Raptor. This dude's hot. Listen, top 5. We said last week, we were like, I don't think it's going to be 24, just road course, and then he's on the pole, and then he's the second strongest car, wound up still top 5 with all these problems. I'm starting to be a believer that this is William Byron's year.
I picked him to win the Cup
Beat energy.
at the start.
I think you might have nailed it this year. It really might have. I'm starting to believe it. The dude's got moves.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. This is the first. I mean, Phoenix is technically a short track in their language, but
yeah,
I don't know. this will be interesting to see how he performs. But he won Phoenix, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he won Phoenix.
Well,
so maybe,
yeah. Okay.
maybe he wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Richmond,
have
I don't
any
know.
doubt. Honestly, short tracks are his best thing. So he's running good at all these other places. Watch out.
And he's third in points.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably has the most playoff points.
Yeah. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
The number 2 got a good finish. Of course, he's a road course man.
Mm-hmm.
He's Justin. I mean, as we had Jordan here last year, Justin was going to Africa, as we mentioned before, to discuss those few moments of footage you saw. It was well worth it. Cost us $50,000. No, Jordan saying, what about his dad's the boss over there, Cindric.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
And does that make a difference in Cindric's performance as far as, is it like Cole Custard? You got to win your first year. Here's the second year. If you don't win like your third year, are you busted down or fired? Since your dad runs the place, do you get a second chance? What? I don't know. But he's putting up good finishes here. So I don't know if he
Yeah.
has to lean on daddy, honestly.
He's P11 in the points, so he's in the playoffs as of now.
Right.
And, well, I mean, he's got what? Daytona 500 win, and that was it?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
But-
see how he.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That
Keeps
can
going.
keep you in a ride for a while.
Yeah.
So, all right. Look at this.
Ooh,
Look
mac
at
and
this.
cheese.
Listen, I saw the hood of this sucker. It came in 7th. Good finish on a road course for Ricky.
Yeah.
I like this because this is a Kroger car like they usually are, like I'm talking about, and they're making the deal with mac and cheese. The hood still has Kroger down at the bottom, like I'm always like, why are you doing this? But up at the top, there's a big noodle like there is right here with the drip, and I'm like, that's it. Somebody's watching the show. Out of the nobodies we have watching the show, it's whoever's at JT Jewelry fixing up wraps because they understood. Put something there. They did, and it's awesome. This is a hot car, honestly. I mean, it's macaroni and cheese, but it's pretty cool. It's a good layout. I like the real macaroni on it.
Yeah,
It's a little
so
different.
it's not cheesy.
Oh.
Have you ever?
Oh. It's a little cheesy, yeah. All right, let's look at one more before we go to break. Oh. Oh, my gosh.
Stole it from BK.
Oh, man. Again, I like it better on the 17 than I do the 6. Here's why. The number's bigger, and you get more chrome. I don't know if that's justifiable good reasoning, but it's what I'm going to say. It's got the big die-cast energy.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Absolutely. I love this car with every fiber of my being. It is in the running for... Wait a minute. Oh, I
haven't seen the rest, so I can't.
I'm gonna
I
wait.
can't
I'm
say.
gonna wait. I might regret it, but I ain't gonna call it my pick of the week here for best paint scheme. I'm not gonna do it yet. I've done it before. I can't ride this one paint scheme the whole year. Okay, let's take a break. I have to calm down now. This paint scheme's got me excited, and I don't know what to do with myself. Check out this important commercial or come back to the next segment, will you please?
I will.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
Wrap it up.
We're back, and Ty Gibbs is
Coming up.
he's coming to the race this week.
Yeah? Yeah, you think he's going to do? That big
Well,
54.
I remember last year he was beating Bubba Wallace a lot,
Yeah?
trying to act like he was proving something.
Right.
But then he didn't really do too well in the finish, so I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say.
Same old monster.
Same old. Put something on it. Duct
Just-
tape.
Yeah,
Whatever. I don't care.
something.
Something. Just please help me. I'm sick of it. Here's a boy who got him a good finish and he needed it. Todd Gilliland, son of world-famous David Gilliland, driving the 38 car that his father drove to so many finishes.
Finishes.
Finishes is
Yeah.
the key word.
Yeah.
He's got the Quincy Enterprises or Generators or something on it. Nobody cares enough to read it. I'll be honest with you. This is the third picture I got of it because they progressively got better, and this one still looks bad. The company won't even release a decent picture of their own paint scheme, so I don't even want to know what their names are. I don't even care.
I just think of Cincy. I think he's from Cincinnati.
Could be. I could see Todd Gilliland going to the Browns or the Bengals. One of those two. He's a Cleveland or a Cincinnati man. You know, if NFL-wise, that's...
He's doing good there.
Yeah, right. He's a one-season cut quarterback. Here's the 7. Got him a good finish at 11th in what's said to be the lowest-tier team. I'm going to turn backwards for no apparent reason. But the number 7, 11th place at a road course.
Yeah.
Take it, baby. Take that money.
Here comes the money.
Run with it.
And I was going back and watching the highlights from Atlanta since I missed it. He was running good, too, up at the end at Atlanta. Had a shot. And
Absolutely.
Then,
Best finish Spire ever had.
Yeah.
4th place.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I mean, 4th, 11th. You're talking big team.
I mean, Mr. LaJoy is P18 in points, and like I said, Suarez is only one in front of him in a Trackhouse car.
Right.
So
Huge.
I like the car. I like the colors.
Yeah, me too. I think this is maybe another timeshare thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just go stay in our hotel. I have no idea how things work. Don't ask me. But over here at Love's,
Love it.
they love it. Speedco, I don't like the big Speedco on it. I'd rather just have Love's like sideways across it or something. Just right across the windshield, Ricky Bobby style, just covering it all.
Yeah.
Maybe just a picture of Michael McDowell on it.
he's running without the Speedco, and it's been better.
Yeah, the
this
blue.
year.
I just don't like the colors.
Like at first glance, I thought it was just a huge Ford emblem until I read it.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I can see that. What do you think he does down in
Richmond is a short track.
on Richmond, the short track this week?
Probably like 15th.
Yeah, it's not bad for front row. I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'd take a 15. I mean, absolutely. You got 12 here, but listen, he was in 3rd at one point on one of the restarts. He had not got taken out. He could have, well, nobody was taking the 45 down, but he was in contentions, all I'm saying, and that's hot. Number 4 car coming out with the gear wrench scheme. I like the darkness of it, but it's kind of, I don't know. It's also not that exciting. It also kind of makes me think of, like, Halloween for some reason. Very big Halloween vibes, like orange, black, and white, I guess.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is it seems like the number 4 on the door is pushed up. It may be optics, the way you're just looking at it but it looks pushed forward more, which I don't like.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, there's a box they can put them in, or sizes. They don't all have to be to an exact spec. They have a little range there, so maybe they're moving it around. I don't know. That's a good point. Your boys back in the 5 with the HendrickCars.com.
Again.
Another
one.
Coming off this big points jump now that he's not been deducted points. But the big money's still going out. He is young money himself.
Here comes the money.
How has he not won a race already? He's ran so good all year. Is this his work? No, he got dead last one week, didn't he? Didn't he blow up first thing?
Blew up Fontana.
Didn't he have? He got wrecked a couple times. But I mean,
Daytona
he's been so close to winning the other ones, though. It's wreckers or checkers almost. This is the only middle ground thing he's had. And this isn't really that bad. I mean, it's top 15, 14th. It's livable. It's better than...
Yeah, well, he got taken out by Hamlin for some reason, which I was confused about.
Yeah. When I watched it, the first thing I saw is Bubba comes flying through out of brakes, tries to squeeze between the 5 and the 43, takes the 5 out, and I thought the 5 was going to retaliate, and the 11 saw that and turned him like, don't touch my car, because he's the owner. But then they showed a replay and maybe slowed it down and saying that Larson just merged over onto the 11 and turned himself. I don't know. But it seemed awful strange to just get taken out and then all of a sudden just, turn into somebody else and stop again.
Yeah.
It was a whole mess for sure. 100% sure. Oh, the 14. Not a good as a finish as I bet he wanted.
They're going to race tractors.
Richmond is a short track.
Short tractor.
Short tractors.
Right. Richmond is a short tractor's place to race. And the 14 knows how to run short tracks. But SHR doesn't seem to know how to run everything all that much right
I
now.
expected, I didn't get to see the whole race coming back from Kenya, but I expected Briscoe to finish a lot better than this
Me too.
at a road course, but
Right. I think it just says how far off.
SHR, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Have you ever?
Have you ever seen them do this bad? I have.
I-
You know what, though? Speaking of badness, but in a totally different way. Like, as bad as in good, like Michael Jackson.
Y'all got to get this.
3 Jimmy Spencer autographed
Here comes the money.
items can freely be yours.
You just got to tell us, please, tell us
Please.
who's going to win the Richmond race. Comment below before the race starts.
Yeah, before the race starts, just write a name down
Yeah,
of who might win. And if they win, you win.
you win.
If more than one person gets picked, we'll pick from that, and then we'll mail it to you. We make no promises. We'll go to the post office.
It's Bristol, baby.
And we hand it to them with your address on it. That's the message I can do. If it doesn't get to you, it's not my fault. But I'll try my best. If you'll just pick.
Richmond is a short track.
The only fact we know about Richmond is it is a short track.
Yeah.
If you will just pick who drives around it fastest, you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams and Jimmy Spencer autographs. Leave us a message in the comments. Next coming up, it's your boy Big Denny Hamlin.
Denny Ham,
Going to go into business
reckon my man,
with Vladimir Putin, we learned last week, or we thought.
they're going to make hams.
They were going. Well, we thought I was
Virginia baked
mistaken
hams.
that Jordan was selling out to Putin. I had a slide. When you get time, you'll see it in Putin in 11. It said, and so I got confused. But it turns out Jordan wanted to sell to his not the Bobcats, the Hornets again. Maybe he's talking about that. So yeah, there's a lot of cross-reference news in the same day.
I don't understand.
Yeah, red and white. Yeah, it looked better when I have the shiny number on it. Now it kind of looks like there's a projector, like shooting a movie, out the 11 side. Like,
Yeah.
you see that, or like a big light or
A
something.
light.
I hope it wrecks. He could win Richmond very easily, and so could this guy.
This guy could win Richmond.
JGR has some money, and they could definitely make use of it to build a good short track car to put one of these boys in victory lane. They need a win. Truex has got to be sad about how the season's going thus far, though, don't you think?
Yeah, besides the clash, and then he's
Well, yeah. I mean,
he's
but,
clashed and clashed with walls and cars and
Right.
other people, and
Absolutely.
but I like the scheme this week. It's nice.
Me too. It's got big fish tank energy.
Big fish tanks.
See the bubbles, and it's kind of digital. Maybe it's 8-bit fish tank. I don't know. He's got a fish there in the back.
He loves to fish.
Auto owners insurance. Do you have to own a car to get autos owners insurance on your house?
And you just gotta own a boat.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Ooh, the 15.
Oh,
Big finish for the 15 because your boy was not in the car, JJ Yaley.
But this week he's
No chance. That's what you got.
sorry, Yaley.
It's just the truth of the matter. We can't help it. George Jensen from the future. Him and Jensen Button, the F1 man who drives cars fast but needs a special button to pass people with and never touches anyone, says that it got rough out there even though he was in a Rick Ware car in a top 20 on a road course that he's never drove before. I wouldn't be complaining too much if it were me, but J.J. Yaley's in the car this week, and they've listened to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they've done everything we said they should do. Big letters. They put a picture on the car of what it does. Is that a backhoe, a track hoe? I don't know. I can't tell from here. But I do know it's construction just because they put the picture on it. So
thank you.
Maybe that's all we needed. What is this, episode 8 or 9? I don't know. Maybe we're done. That's it. We've
done.
made change in the world. Positive change. All right, look for that car at the end of next week's show. Now, the 31, still not a great run for you, boy. Top 20 in the 19th position. He likes leaves.
Yeah, he likes leaves.
It's just a bunch of cars going around in circles.
That's what they say at the shop, the Keurig shop.
I think, yeah.
They got all that coffee money over there, you know. That's how they keep this going. That Keurig little cup coffee money. That's him. He's the owner. It could work worse, this scheme. I'll give him that, but it could look better.
I like the scheme. It's just we've seen it a lot.
Yep, right. It's going down.
We've seen this a lot, too.
Yeah.
whole lot.
Unfortunately, we have. But he's got some other sponsors he's brought to the table, but they're just not there every week. It's not a bad scheme. It's kind of got an 80s vibe to it in my mind for some reason.
Mm.
And you notice the gold on the back of the 42 now? I'm starting to see a lot of gold showing up places. I think this is a Jimmy thing. I think this is the legacy.
He loves it.
Putting that gold and black on things because that's whatever their classiness was or whatever. Oh, big die-cast energy for your boy right here. Because he's hitting the Menards with the mowing this week. And I just want to support his mission in life to change all the faucets at all the racetracks.
He loves that.
He does.
Blaney does it. I mean, anytime he's not racing, he's changing faucets.
He wanted to be a plumber, and his father wouldn't let him. He said, no, you have to go into the family business, driving stock cars and dirt cars.
Yeah.
He was forced into this. He's not happy.
No.
His true passion is plumbing. And he'll share that any way he can. Ask him about it next time you see him at the track. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
I do love the color. You know.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing. But here's a different Menards.
Another Menards.
What do you think about him?
So when I first see this, I feel like I shouldn't like this, but I do.
Right.
I do like this.
Yeah. It's
It's
got
like
some changing tones.
Pastels for
Hey,
candy.
they should have saved it for next week. Should have run it at the
Easter.
dirt track for Easter. With the pastel. I got the Easter vibes from it. They messed up a week early on this one.
Yeah. And
Maybe
then,
they run it again. I don't know.
And then the whole hood would have been red, and that would have made
Yeah.
it with dirt. That would have looked cool.
You would have seen it if he made a die cast. Son, it'd been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's get a petition going. Let's change what's happening. But first, let's take a break. See how much money I have in my bank account, and if it's enough, maybe we'll buy more autographed things about Jimmy Spencer and put them in a pile and burn them until somebody can pick the right race winner one week.
It ain't gonna happen.
All right.
Wrap it up.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I lied. I'm pushing all the buttons. Hey, baby dogs. All right. We are back with Wrap It Up, the show that goes through every paint scheme there is, every race coming up. And if you're a social media person who likes to be social with your media, here's some places where we posted our name. Go follow them and look at them and do whatever it is you're supposed to do with them. Please. we got time to do it or whatever. There it is. I want to share it with you.
Thank you.
Hope y'all are doing great with this. All right. Let's look at some paid schemes coming in. The number 43 of Eric Jones.
Ooh.
I like this.
Beat energy.
Very hot.
It is. It is.
Hot. You know, I think I'm going to go with my wrap of the week, son.
Nice choice. Yes. Big energy. Very much. I like it. You know, I think this was only going to run at Dega originally, and then they didn't have a sponsor listed this week, and then made an announcement that Air Force is an extra 4 races. So maybe they stepped up. I dig. Here's the gold again on the door.
Yeah.
That number, the reverse of the 42. That's hot. I like that idea. If that's what he's doing, I like that aesthetic.
Yeah, for it to be so much white on the car, they still did a really good job making it look cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Air Force wings and
yeah,
good job.
Absolutely, this is hot.
Good job, Jimmy.
You know,
You're the boss, Jimmy. I'm the boss.
maybe he's the boss for a reason.
Mr. Blueberries are back this week.
Blueberries are back, and I love them in my cereal. They should have put him maybe in the car last week because Jordan Taylor got a 24th place finish.
And he just whined about it.
Yeah, and he was mad. He's like, everybody hit me. And then everybody's like, well, you hit everybody else. And, you know, I mean, it was his first time in a stock car other than the Project 56 car he'd been testing. But he said it has more downforce and more or less horsepower or something. That this car, that the real Cup car slides around a lot more than that Project 56 thing Hendrick's been building to go Le Mans or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, same old scheme. I think it would be cool if they flipped it, though. Like, while Chase is out, just like the blue's gold and the gold's blue. I mean, I know Napa doesn't want to, like, you know, they got their own colors, but it'd be something different to get people talking.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. I don't know.
Come on, Napa. Listen.
I can't do all the marketing. Ooh.
It's Cody wearing the 51. Look out on pit road.
That was close.
It's always dangerous.
Very dangerous.
He's got the biohaven scheme. You know, the word biohaven. Haven, where you go.
It's a house for life.
Yeah. Bio.
Yeah.
Life. Yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah. That's probably what their thought was. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. All right. Shot down my theory real quick right there. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, though, one thing about this. This is like a parent company. You don't go and say, I'd like a Biohaven product. I think this is the place who owns the Nurtec drug. He used to be sponsoring him all the time. So, I don't know. You just don't go to the pharmacy and be like, what pills do you have made by Biohaven I can enjoy today? It just doesn't happen. It seems like a strange sponsorship to me. Maybe if you're bringing attention to a particular product you're offering, but to just be like, we're a giant corporation, that seems odd.
Here's something we've been talking about a lot this year, and I'd like to, I don't know, if someone can answer, why is so many prescription drug companies marketing to NASCAR fans?
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem...
It's a lot of drugs, isn't it?
I don't know what's going on.
I wonder why. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made on drugs, obviously. And I guess they got a lot of money to spend because, you know, there's probably not a lot of overhead and rubbing molecules together than, you know, all the development and testing. The actual manufacturing is probably pretty cheap in most cases.
Well, why NASCAR?
I don't know.
Just
get into the races for free.
An easy
get
way.
to, like, free chicken dinner, like, when you come to the race, and they take you around in a golf cart, and you can be like,
Hey, I sell drugs.
Right. I mean, that's what I'd do if I sold drugs. I'd be like, hey, let's go to NASCAR.
Dude. Wipes.
Man, we have got Anthony Alfredo stepping up this week.
The fettuccine man.
He's coming into the 78. And he is shameless.
BJ's out, huh?
BJ got that Dude Wipe money coming. Dude Wipe would only sponsor Alfredo sauce. So he said, sure, you can drive my car. Give me that money, baby. And so he gets in, and there it is. He's also driving his Xfinity car for him. This was a hard picture to get. They wanted to hide it from people. If you look at the front of the car here, it kind of looks normal, but if you examine it, there's actually a Xfinity nose right there I tried to shape out parked in front of it. So, same kind of deal. He's running dude wipes. You ever buy a particular butt wiping product structured at just men?
I have not. I'd be interested in trying these, though.
Well, okay. Well, this is working then, right? Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Put a frame on it. It's so nice.
Man, I used up my wrap of the week too early.
Oh, yep. I'm going to give it to it. I'm going to say this is my wrap of the week.
Here comes the money.
Right there. Look at that bad boy.
Dude, that's hot.
It is. That is a hot paint scheme.
That is, man.
He's running this this weekend in one other race. I love the gold numbers. I love the green.
Everything's just
hot car.
Yeah.
Very hot car. He got a big penalty this week. 50,000.
Yeah.
Because he was mad.
Yeah, they were pretty trash talking him. I guess where he run into Bowman on pit road, and there was a NASCAR official in close proximity that could have gotten, if Bowman had lost control of the car.
Right.
And he had a little dust up with his teammate, too, on the track.
Yeah, they were not happy, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, though, didn't Ty Gibbs not slam a car into Ty Dillon last season on pit road?
Yeah.
And there was no penalty?
No, he got he got $75,000, I think.
Oh, okay.
And some kind of points
penalty.
penalty.
Okay. I didn't remember that. Sweet. Okay. Well, I thought there was hypocrisy. Obviously, I was wrong.
But this guy's wrong.
Yeah. He didn't have the week he thought he would.
I'm glad to see him way back here.
Because he got beat up pretty bad, 28th.
After he won
not a good run.
Atlanta.
Not a good run. He led one lap. So he had that going for him. Not that you get any points for that or anything, but at one point he was up front.
He's still P5 overall. I'm not sorry.
No, he's going to – if you don't think Joey Logano is making the playoffs, you're out of your mind, right? Like, you don't even – in my mind right now, just the state of NASCAR, and I'm not saying as this as a fan. I'm just saying this from what I think observing in stats. If you can justify Joey Logano not being in your final 8, you're pulling some strings I can't pull. It's a hard play. Can you name 8 people who are probably going to drive and are as hard running, as stable, as winning as Joey Logano is in the sport right now? I
can't remember if I had him in going out in the round of 8 or the round of 4. I can't remember where I landed him.
Well, I mean, he's current reigning multi-time Cup champion, so you got to count him in to go far.
Yeah.
I wish he'd run a different paint scheme, though. The 10, he's got his bacon. I like the paint scheme always, but it's not bringing him any luck this year.
No.
He is deadly dying at the end of races and wheel problems and bacon problems.
It's like ever since he announced last year that he was going to retire, he's just been having terrible luck.
It's just a bunch of cars going around in circles.
He just got depressed. He's like, this is all it is. It's meaningless to me. He got real existential. and he's just like, I don't even care, man. Just throw the wheel at the wall.
I eat bacon.
Gets out, and he's got black hair over one eye. Whatever, man. Go to my room. The 20's back with the ugliest race game that has ever existed for
Richmond is a short track.
That this guy actually runs pretty good on.
Yeah, what happened to him here?
He got totaled on one of the finals. I mean, totaled, dude. Like, front wheels maybe were off the ground because the bumper was so, like, the bottom half of the car was so mashed down.
One of those final restarts?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember seeing that.
He plowed somebody, and, like, that front end was smashed.
I do. There's Blaney was in that wreck, too.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that now, yeah. Yeah, I don't I mean, I like red and black and white, but I just don't like the way this is laid out.
No, neither. I don't like the door having the big ream thing on it and nothing back there. And if I get to talk to Joe Gibbs ever again in my life, I'll tell him so to his face.
Yep.
Here comes the money.
But he ignored you at Martinsville.
He'll ignore me again, I'm sure, but I'll do it.
Ty Gibbs was sitting there, and we didn't even really know who he was.
I thought about pushing him off the wall, but I
Except
didn't. I knew who he was.
We knew he was his grandson,
but I was like, he was. I don't think then he even got to ARCA.
No, this was like 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Something
it was
like that.
maybe this year before he got to ARCA. He was definitely a 15 or 16. So yeah. The 41 got his United rental scheme back again. This could be a great opportunity for him to recover some stuff this season. Get some bad finishes. He's had one good finish that he said he was disappointed in, which is a 12th. Not even a great finish, but everything else has been trash.
Yeah, he's not. We were talking really highly about him 6 weeks ago, but
you think it's maybe like a Carl Edwards thing when he came out of Roush and he goes to JGR and he's like, I'm overdriving the car, trying so hard because the last car was so low. I mean, we're talking about Stuart Haas not doing good, but it has to be better than the last main thing he was in, the 37.
Yeah.
JT Joeltry's second car.
And it's a combination because, Harvick's had a glimmer of hope here and there, but the rest of them have been trash. So
big time. The biggest. Just look at one more before we take the final break. Got some more pills for you. We talk a lot about pills on this show.
It's a very annoying commercial.
Which one is this? What happens on this commercial?
Just people dancing in hot air balloons or something.
Okay, yeah, that kind of. You know what's great about this one is they were like, no, the hood has to have a full paragraph on it. Okay, and then just the rest of it just gets stupid. I want a line going like this, and one going like this, and one like this, and I just want them everywhere, and just tiny writing, and no one can read. And also make it turquoise. Turquoise and gold everywhere.
It's fitting for Austin Dillon, though.
You know, maybe this is why he was in that zoot suit or whatever it was, that 1800s banker suit at the start of the year with the pencil-thin mustache. He's become...
I remember that.
Yes. He's a very, very proper old man now that's got this... I don't know. I don't know what that would have to do with this. I don't know. I lied. Let's do one more. The 16 card running the same crap. And if he can't win at a road course, it's a bad situation. 34th, he did have problems.
Wow.
But
Terrible.
still.
Terrible.
Absolutely. He led 2 laps. Not a good look for the season.
He's wrecked a lot.
Yeah, he's wrecked a lot.
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't know if maybe it's the whole team. I don't know. Maybe they just got so let down after Kyle Busch didn't come or something. I don't know. But since then, it's all been downhill for him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a break. Go to the pharmacist and ask him what pills should be eaten today.
Everyone else is.
Right. And we'll come back and see what's happening.
Wrap it up!
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back for
Wrap it up!
segment thrice, the number 3. And do we have something for you that you would love? We do. Look at it.
You're in luck.
It's beautiful. It is 2 Jimmy Spencer cards, 1 Jimmy Spencer, 1/64th hauler, die-cast, and Shrek card.
Shrek.
Included. Maybe more value than the rest of it. All autographed Shrek card is not autographed by real Shrek. Keep that in mind when you enter. If you pick the winner of the Richmond race in any comment on this video, the segment, the full show, anything, I'm telling you, sooner or later, somebody's going to win this, and then we're going to give away something else. They're going to fade under the lamps if you don't win them. Just write down 40, get 40 people just to comment.
Write something.
You're guaranteed to win.
Somebody's got to win, right?
Yes. Just get enough people to cover the field. You can't lose. Someone will win. It's that simple. All right, we only got a few cars left. 6 had a bad week, but he's into plumbing also. Is Richmond a big plumbing town? We got 2 plumbing cars.
It's the racetrack's so old that all the toilets are breaking. So,
yeah. Well, they want to direct advertise.
Yeah. This is kind of cool.
It is. I like the colors.
I don't like the font for whatever the plumbing sponsor is.
Yeah, it's hard to read. Yeah,
but if it was something different, this would be a really hot car, and it reminds me of old Harry Gant or something.
Yeah,
colors and
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of very, when they were just didn't have a sponsorship and they were just writing Roush Fenway on stuff, they'd always use a green like this too.
Yeah.
Especially on the Xfinity stuff Trevor was driving for them, Ricky Stenhouse back then and stuff. But I do like it. It's very simple, kind of, honestly. Like, it's not getting crazy. It's just like 2 colors and then a different colored number.
Mm-hmm.
But it's done nicely. Man, the 6 has not had a bad scheme this entire year.
Not really, no.
I don't know, like, whoever you hired to do schemes, get that person to do the hiring for everything else. They picked a good guy. The 23 had a bad week and said he should be fired.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I just saw the headline. I didn't watch, any of the commentary, but I did see the headline that he was like, I should just be fired.
He's like, yeah, they need to get a better driver. And all this. And wow, okay. He was upset he came out of the hospital port there to get interviewed, but he went flying down to that one curve and couldn't slow down, and then basically tried to thread the 43 and the 5 and go into the rocks, and they were too close, and he hit both of them. Well, especially the 5.
Bubba's always struggled on road courses. I remember the first year that they converted into the Roval. He wrecked multiple times in practice, qualifying and the race.
Yeah, it was rough for him. It's not his thing.
He's doing better than he used to.
I guess. But this is a parts failure apparently. But he was kind of blaming himself about, I guess, how he had used the brakes or where he'd put the brakes. Moving front and back bias. I don't remember the exact details, but he was blaming himself. But if it was a brake failure, then there's nothing he could do about that. Maybe dodge off to the left and miss the 5 car or something. But if you're going into the turn, also, how do you really know your brakes have failed until you're diving in that turn?
Yeah.
I like the Lidos car though. I like the color change on it. I like the scheme on it. It's a hot car.
Yeah.
Hot car. Ooh.
Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon.
Yep. Ty Dillon.
That's him.
That is the man right there.
He's protecting the nation. He's guarding it.
He is the guard of the nation. He is a superhero. He's not the one we need, but he's the one we have. This is a Rick Hendrick-owned company.
Yeah.
Running this scheme again. Rick paying other cars to run his schemes, man. He loves them. Ty's happy to do it. Ty's going to go out, and how many laps you think Ty finishes? Being honest. He got dead last again. 39th place this week.
400 laps.
This is not the only time he got dead last. In this few races, that's a bad sign.
Maybe he gets 300 laps in, 325.
Okay. Long race for Ty.
Long.
Yeah.
He's going good this week.
He's not doing well.
No.
Not doing well. No. Him and Jimmy Johnson got wrecked. We didn't show Jimmy Johnson's car because he's not running this week, but Jimmy would have been in there. Completed officially 0 laps. Didn't finish the first lap. So Ty finished no laps of the race. Neither did the 84. So the wreck happened before they ever got back to start finish.
Wow.
So that's pretty bad, Ty. Pretty bad indeed. But we've got another entry coming in this week, an open car that was not in last week, so we put it last. The number 13.
There's some quick ties again.
Of Chandler Smith.
Oh.
Right? Is this Chandler or is this Zane?
I don't know.
There's Sammy.
Doesn't matter.
There's the Smith brothers. There's so many Smiths.
Smith brothers.
He's going to be running also a teammate to the 16 and the 31, who we've countlessly times just mentioned sucks right now.
Well, if you don't know who's driving this car, I do.
That's the corn dog man.
That's him right there.
That's him.
That's him. That is the corn dog man. Mr. Smith, the corn dog man. Get him in on this. He ran, what would he run, the 500? Or did he not make the No, he made the 500.
This exact scheme was in one previous race. I can't remember.
He definitely tried to qualify for the 500.
Yeah.
But remember, there was the whole mix-up of who made it and who didn't. And at first, he wasn't going to make it, and then I can't remember. I think he did and then wrecked. I think he got in. So this is his second go at it. I like number 13. That's my personal number always when I did stuff. You know, high school, track and things, whatever. I'm always 13, so
there you go.
I'll pull for this random car. That's probably going to suck.
But now you like 8.
Well, you know, that's Richard's new number. You know, I mean, really, what do you think about? That's a good question. You know, we need to investigate that. Like, I don't think of Kyle yet when I think of the 8. When you think 8 NASCAR, who comes to your mind? I mean,
Still Dale Jr.
Still Dale Jr., right? But I mean, that he was
maybe
the biggest icon of that number.
Maybe a year or two it'll
maybe
switch.
It could. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it took a long time before the 18 even being a fan was, in my mind, Kyle. You know, that's Bobby Labonte's number.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You get these guys for whole generations that are in cars a long time. That'd be something good to talk about with people maybe one day. You know, who had the most iconic number? Who had the best stuff? But that's it. That's the whole field coming up this week. Folks, don't forget to visit us on the social medias because they exist and we care about your
Here comes the money.
Money. I don't know. We don't really provide a lot of social media other to tell you that we're posting the podcast. That's about it. So if you need to stay updated, it's a great way to do it. But you can also just like and subscribe. Here's something I've been thinking about. Like and subscribe if you want to see us stay alive. That's just the slogan.
Good motto.
Like, scribe, stay alive.
Scribe.
Yeah, you got to get a little redneck with it. Yeah,
you got to write, you know.
Write us a letter. Tell me, please, send me free things, and I will if you'll just write me the letter. If the postage arrives to me before the Richmond race with the winner wrote inside of it, that's fine. It would be much easier just for you to comment though, instead of mailing it to me, since I'm not giving you the mailing address.
It's technology.
Justin, Richmond winner. Who you got this week?
Richmond winner. I'm gonna get crazy and say Brad Keselowski wins.
Ooh. That's an interesting pick. You know what? It'd be a good one. He almost stole one. That's a good throw it out there. I'm going to go crazy now. This is out of left field, and no one will think I'm in my right mind for this because this guy never wins. I'm going to go 24. 24 again. I got a feeling
think he's going
to. I'm going to get the most right if I just keep picking 24.
Yeah.
And the man's a short track racer, right? He's strong.
He is this week.
We'll see what happens. I think he's got the stuff. He's got the magic to make it happen. Folks, we love you. We thank you. The week after is Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, baby.
Y'all coming over to us. We're going to try to come down, talk to some of you at some point. Look for us on the street. We'll be the people screaming that we're from the internet and look like the two of us. So come over, say something. We'll record you and put you on the international super TV show from the International Space Station. Folks, have a great week. We love you. We appreciate you spending time with us. Bye-bye.